I've been meaning to make this video for like 4 months, maybe more than that. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I just wanted to talk about kind of the attitude we have towards pornography at this point. I am a person who always believed that pornography was harmless, if not a social good, for most of my life. I did watch pornography for, I would say, about 10 years of my life. And I thought that it was kind of important. One is like a means of income for certain people. Two is just kind of like a release for people. And then I know that there's some studies out of Japan that have showed that it potentially decreases the incidence of rape in countries where it's socially acceptable for you to watch it. On the other hand, though, I think as I've gotten older, watched a lot of documentaries on sex trafficking and sex work, and watched like After Porn, that documentary as well. And I realized that I think like most people who have watched enough pornography, that you run across videos where you know that something is wrong. And you can ignore it, or you can click off of those videos and report them. But the fact of the matter is that you don't know what the life situations of those people are in those videos. You don't know what their financial situation is like. You don't know if they're in an abusive relationship. You don't know if they want to be there. You don't know if they're going to regret it in the long run, if it's going to make it so that they can't, find a job or settle down with a partner because these things are out there. There's a multitude of reasons why you should be concerned about the people in the videos. And then you also need to acknowledge that even if you're not paying for these videos, the ads that are attached to them are financing an industry that doesn't necessarily take issue with taking advantage of people. And you don't know if someone is being sexually trafficked. You don't know if the companies attached to the videos that you're watching maybe are also involved in child pornography videos. You just don't know. And there's no way for you to find out. And it's just something that you need to, if you're going to participate in that you need to acknowledge that you're participating in an industry that funds the rape and trafficking of people. And I think it's really tragic in a lot of ways that the left within this country has kind of attached itself to the idea that this is a social good and that participating in it is good, either on one side of the camera or the other. And I don't think that that's true for either side. I know personally that it's been really bad for my relationships when I have been heavily into pornography, and it was really difficult for me to stop, but it made it so that my personal relationships were a lot better, because I didn't have like this, I didn't have like this other digital lover. I didn't have a infinite trove of whatever people could imagine also to tap into. I mean, it doesn't, at least for me, it really was not good for me, and I'm not on the side that's arguably in more danger, and this is a personal choice that I can make to stop. I'm not saying that it's easy, and it certainly wasn't for me, but there is a way out, and you feel better about yourself knowing that you're not participating in that anymore. So for anyone that's struggling with this right now, there's hope. I know people who have stopped. It's improved their quality of life. It improves their self-respect because they know that they're not funding extremely questionable things. And as a society, we need to stand up and be like, hey, these things aren't right. This is why. And try and make it so that it's not socially acceptable again, because there was a reason why it wasn't initially, and it was not because people were just prudish and sexually repressive. Maybe that was part of it, but we need to accept that there were good underlying reasons why this was not an acceptable industry.